Alrighty, boys. Final divisional predictions that we're recording. Let's do this Pacific Division. These are regular season predictions. We're going to go 8-1, spot by spot, and see if we can. I don't know. I guess we're not trying to find consensus. We're just trying to spit some bad hockey takes. So, John, you've been starting us in the West. Why don't you hit us with your number 8 Pacific Division team?
Number 8, I have Seattle. Most dry bones team out of all the teams. I don't know what they were thinking with their expansion draft plans, trying to replicate Vegas, and that did not go very well. It's really boring. No real offense. It's done nice on defense, but the goaltending is really suspect. So number 8 for Seattle.
Jer?
I have the Sharks.
Hmm.
I have the Sharks last. They a very Arctic take from me. Certainly not doing as bad as they did last year again because the Sharks. I love the Sharks. I think they're absolutely on the rise. I think they'll be on the rise much faster than Chicago will be. And when they technically started their official rebuild after the Sharks, the Sharks' first big draft pick was Victor or William Eklund, wasn't it? And
Yeah.
so then they get Celebrini and Smith, or I think in reverse order, in the years after. But yeah, the Sharks are still, I just don't think, good, obviously. But they're interchangeable, I think, with my number 7 team. But a lot of vibes on the Sharks, which is why I think their player morale and fan base morale will survive and even thrive into the future because they're just a vibey team, unlike Chicago.
They're having sleepovers with Toffoli. They're making bets. I mean, it's a great time.
They're smiling.
Oh, they're smiling, waving, and scoring goals.
Scoring a lot.
Letting them in.
So,
but scoring them.
Letting them in more than they're putting them in.
Putting them in, but yeah, I gotta say, of the two seafaring, well, I guess there's quite a few seafaring teams in this division. I have Seattle in last place as well. Not because I think the Sharks are going to take a major step. I couldn't agree more, John. I think the team I asked the most, what were you thinking? Chandler Stevenson for that term. What were you thinking? I mean, Ryan Lindgren, just not a solution to any of the issues they have. Just one of the worst possible destinations for a player like that. Not the kind of goaltending that really inspires me either. Jared McCann had 40 at one time, but I don't know. Beniers has struggled to put it together. My take for the Kraken is I think Wright is going to take the 1C spot by the end of the year. I think Shane Wright's really great, actually. A lot of players from that draft haven't even made their debuts yet. Or they're just doing it this year. So the fact that Wright has a 40-point season under his belt, I think the naysayers are going to feel pretty bad about that one. But just up and down the lineup, mid. Oop. Turn the volume on the ad on Daily Faceoff, so we're professional. Yeah, just second and third liners the whole way, and I don't see how they're going to score. I don't see who's going to do the scoring. Obviously, my boy Kako is a Kraken, so word up. But as much as the Sharks are going to be brutal, I just the Sharks have guys who can score. I mean, I have them at 7. We'll get to it, but who is going to do a Celebrini thing? Who is going to do who is even an Eklund on this team? It's just really scary, honestly. All right, they got an Eklund. They got McCann.
Unfortunately, because I think he's been downgraded. Beniers is very close to Eklund.
Yeah, but Beniers is not hitting 50 these days.
No,
he's great two-way, but John, I have to agree with you.
Great defender, kind of like Patrice Bergeron, but
Kind of. Him and every other two-way center goes to the draft. John, why don't you hit us with your number 7?
At the Sharks, I think just purely based on the fun that they're going to have and the fact that Celebrini is going to go nuclear in year 2, I think they do better than Seattle, but it's not going to be great standings wise because they just have no defense and no goaltending. But they're just going to have a lot of fun. They're going to be out there, sling the puck around, look really nice on the power play, get crushed 5-on-5. And they're going to get better. They're going to continue to get better. And I think Misa is going to surprise people how good he does as well. I think he's going to be make an impact as soon as he hits the league. Honestly, I like Toffoli, man. That guy's a gamer. I feel like he would have been really good on like a Tampa Bay or a Florida, but I digress.
Toffoli performs wherever he goes.
Very consistent.
Dallas should love Toffoli. Him on Dallas would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Sharks. I just want to add one thing about the Sharks. That Askarov is already playing.
Yeah, a little bit of a bumpy start to his year, but
he's not look good so far.
He'll get his groove. He'll get his groove. He was really good in the AHL. Yeah. And there's no rush with him. I like their depth.
No.
I know that they're not good, but like Colin Graff is a guy who's like a fourth liner on a cup winning team, and he's like a nice young guy. Philip Kurashev's like, he's got something to him for a third line there. I don't mind their vets like Skinner and Wenberg and Toffoli, obviously. I just think that they're pretty cool. Smith, bro. Smith's point totals were really actually a lot lower last year, just due to the fact that he had a very slow start and he wasn't picking up to like the NHL speed. He was scoring at like something like a 70-point pace on the back half of the season, and him and Celebrini and Eklund and Misa are gonna cook. You got Dickinson on the roster now. He's gonna adjust. Liljegren and Klingberg are puck movers. Orlov's, an upgrade at least from last year. I think
shout out Orlov, Stanley Cup champion.
Yeah, definitely past his prime, but no denying he did win that cup. So I kind of cut in line there. That'll be my 7 is the Sharks. So awesome, absolutely love the Sharks. Second favorite team right now in hockey. Jared, sounds like you got an interesting 7th. So
my 7 is the Flames, actually.
Yeah, fair.
I think the Flames are similarly to the Kraken, and I'll admit this. I might have overlooked just how just desert the Kraken are. They really have nothing. Like their defense is actually okay, but like, and this isn't even talking about like their contracts, which are also terrible. They just have nobody. Like Beniers, Kako is hurt. That was a guy I'd bring up, but he's hurt right now.
Yep, not even playing.
Not that he's out for the year, but like can't rely on him right now. Beniers has really been disappointing with his offense. I'm hoping I'm a Beniers believer, so I'm hoping he can get back to it. But Shane Wright, I think, will take a step. Jordan Eberle's fallen off. Jared McCann is just like, I don't know.
Whatever.
He feels like a pig you feed a lot to make him fat, and then you eat him. In the sense that you want to feed him stats so that you can trade him for a haul.
Right.
And they just didn't do that. I couldn't believe they didn't do that last year. So yeah, just Kraken, a very bare bones team. I do have them. I'll just spoil it now. They're right above, just above the Flames, but I think the Flames are in a similar situation. They made that deal to get to bring in two like Flyers washed up players, I guess, or like just struggling late
Farabee
and Frost.
Farabee and Morgan Frost. for Kuzmenko, who then went to the Kings. So
Rocks on the
Flyer,
Kings.
he does. But yeah, the Flames making moves that I just don't quite understand. In spite of that though, the Flames are still sick. Like Zane Perek is going to be playing this year. He is awesome. Zane Perek is so good.
Gross.
That I really, really liked the pick they made in this most recent draft. I think it was Cole Reshney. Oh my goodness. Such an underrated pick, I thought. Like completely overlooked Cole Reshney. Like every other team. I thought Cole Reshney is a great prospect. So I think the Flames do have a bright future. They are just just a washed team. Like slightly more. I do think this is an oversight. They probably should be. Probably should have them ahead of the Kraken because they have like a little bit. They have like a monicum of star power with like Huberto and Kadri.
Yeah, a hair.
And Ryan Coronado is not a slump a slouch. So and
Yeah, I think
Dustin
it's Matt
Wolf. I
Coronado,
don't know
but
if I
yeah,
mentioned him.
Coronado's pretty tight.
He's pretty sick, and I don't know if I mentioned Dustin Wolf, but
No,
he's their goalie, and
best
he's
player on the
very
team.
good.
Best player on the team,
So
easy.
yeah, but yeah, I have the Flames seventh, and then I guess my sixth will just like when we get to that can just kind of skip over it. But
Yeah, Kraken on 6. Well, we'll go from you to John in 6th place. Yeah, I feel you on the Flames. John, who's your 6?
I have the Flames. I think Dustin Wolf will have them, win a couple of games. I'm not really interested to watch any of their games, to be honest. I'm really curious to where Anderson gets traded, Rasmus Anderson. So that'll be fun. I think he's a number 2 top pair guy who plays really heavy hockey, and he has like a mean streak to him, which is cool. So I like him a lot. I just don't think that they have any sauce, and even in a weak division, they're gonna get ran over, especially by some of the big boys in the West. Like you could chalk the Flames up for like 4 losses to Edmonton this year, in my opinion. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, and
6
like,
Calgary.
name one other team with no elite skaters.
Kraken.
Yeah, that's it. I think these are the 2 only teams with no elite skaters.
I think so. I think that might be like yeah.
Same division.
And I have the Flames a little
Crazy.
higher just because of Dustin Wolf. Like the Kraken don't have that luxury.
Yeah,
And you got
that's true.
Connor Zary. He's actually got some pep.
Scary Zary.
I like Zary.
Sharon Govich might screw around, get a couple points.
So glad he's off the Devils, by the way. The announcers for the Devils would love saying Sharon Govich's name for no reason. They really emphasize it. So him not being on that team anymore is just great.
Sharon Govich. Yeah. I don't know why I did a Sam Rosen there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Rip my boy. Listen, number 6. I have Calgary at 5. I'll tell you right now, I could not be lower on Vancouver, guys. I hate this team. I actually like the franchise of Vancouver, but just the on ice product they're putting out there, I'm just like, what are you trying to do? Win? It's confusing. I know Besser coming back to the team was like a big moment of like, I want to play here. And I don't think Besser is like all that great. He's not really a play driver, only a scorer sometimes. He's not really someone I'm impressed with. DeBrusque is another one of these guys where I'm like, is he really a top 6 guy on a really good playoff team? Like maybe your worst winger on like a good playoff team. Kane, Evander Kane, I don't know. Garland is dope. I love Garland, and I love my boy Philip Hedl. It's truly heartbreaking to see him go. When he's healthy, he's so dynamic and just so fun to watch. I really like Hedl. He's off to a good start. But Pedersen, bro, Like, I'm doubting. I love Pedersen, but I'm doubting his revival. They've tried everything. He's just not really. I think he's going to have a fine year, a better year, but like very little pep in the step. Lakari Maki's cool, but no depth. Hughes, best defenseman in the league, in my opinion, and their defense is actually okay, and they got good goaltending. But I just think they're going to fall short. I'm not even sure they're worse than Calgary, all told. I just think they're going to end up losing more. I don't think they're going to get game wins deep into the season. You know, I think they're going to lose games they should win. I think Pittsburgh's the type of team that's going to beat them. I think Chicago is the type of team that's going to step up against Vancouver, and they're going to lose on these, you know, games they should have a chance in. I really, really am down on Vancouver, and I couldn't think less of their roster if you asked me to. That's my 6. John, why don't you reset us, get us to 5?
So number 5, I actually have the Los Angeles Kings, which may be a crazy. You know what? Screw it. Bad hockey takes. I stand by this.
Bad hockey
Kings
takes.
fall out of the playoffs, baby. Kopitar, retirement tour. He's chilling. Right, Kempe rocks. Byfield takes a step, but their defense is hot garbage. They got no one back there. Doughty's slower than a rock, and Darcy. Shout out Darcy, but he takes a major fall off. And him propping this team up last year and being amazing, and being like a goaltender of the year candidate, goes reversal because Darcy's like 36, 37 now. Like, it's not their system supports it, but I think the extra juice he was giving them dries out and they miss the playoffs due to terrible depth.
Steaming take, and I wasn't bold enough to do what you did here.
Neither was I.
You have them missing the playoffs, correct?
Straight miss.
Honestly,
Like they just miss.
power to you. There's a little too much there for me to be so bold, but that's a take I like. I'm not very inspired by this team, and I think they had a Vezina performance out of Kemper, and there's just no chance that they're getting that again. Their defense is brutal. Doughty really is not the player he once was, and
he's making Team Canada, by the way. I just want you to know that he will be on the Olympic roster,
which is bad for them.
Crazy.
And surrounding him with Dumoulin, Edmondson, and Cece is just not the recipe for success.
Like my 3 worst defensemen.
As much as I love Brant Clark, think he will be an elite number 1, and think Mikey Anderson's a decent, middle pair guy, but
Mikey Anderson's good.
I like their top 6. I won't front, but yeah, Jer. I mean, what do we do with John? He's out of control.
Yeah, no, John, you're a stronger man than I. Like we're doing our 5s. Mine is like broccoli compared to what that was. Mine's like I have the Canucks at 5 because of what you were talking about. Canucks are just I couldn't
Easy
be
5 though.
I couldn't be lower on the Canucks. The Canucks are not good. They have Evander Kane in their top 6. Are you serious? And like, I actually like Jake DeBrusk. I was really hoping when he got that contract a couple years ago, I was like, man, I really hope he takes a step and like shows that he's like a true, like, solid top 6 forward. Like, he didn't really do that. He just kind of kept playing the same way. I was not thrilled with him, and yeah, like, obviously the mammoth in the room, no pun intended, like, is Elias Pettersson. Like, if this kid can't play anymore, like, this guy was putting up 100 points, no, and now he went to Team Sweden. We saw guys that we were like kind of unsure about absolutely pop off. are surrounded by like great players. This guy can't play. Like I hope for the best that he can turn it around. I have very little faith that he will. And your point about Besser, Chris, Besser's okay. Besser's okay.
Like whatever
He's
type
on
of
the
guy.
team. Yeah, yeah.
Like kind of a honestly, like
The type of guy I was afraid that my favorite team was gonna sign. You know what I'm
yep,
saying?
yep. I,
Don't even think he's that. I don't even think he's like bad. But like, please don't sign him. Please don't sign him because you're gonna give him way too much money and way too
yeah.
much term. And I think they did.
I personally see Besser as like a slightly upgraded Daniel Sprong, and I would honestly take Sprong for the money I could get Sprong for. I know he's not really in the league anymore.
Sprong just got benched in the KHL, by the way.
I know something's going on there, but the guy was a 20 goal scorer. Besser, maybe you get 30, maybe you don't. And what does he bring to the game? Not a two-way presence, not speed, not forechecking, not penalty
No
kill,
net presence.
not a net front guy. He just doesn't bring a whole lot to the game unless he scores a ton. And even if he scores a ton, it's like, is that how you want to get your goals?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you'll be happy to get any goals on this team, but yeah, couldn't agree more. And just like not inspiring. I think Heedle gives them a little juice with Maki, and maybe they can get some jump. But that's it. My 5 is Calgary. We kind of talked them. I guess I'm a little higher on Wolf being a factor and just kind of like carrying them. And I think Calgary's a little more fun, so I just want to throw him a bone. I think Rek's going to work his way up that D lineup and get top power play minutes and settle in. I think it's going to be very exciting over there. But yeah, I mean, personally for me, 5 through 8 here is like totally the bottom of the barrel. I think that's half of the bottom 10 of the league is the Pacific here. Yeah. So John, I'm grateful for your Kings take. I'm interested to see who you have at number 4.
At number 4, Anaheim, above the Kings.
Okay.
They don't make the playoffs, but they're in the top half.
Wow.
I think their coach is bad. I think their GM is really bad. I really like their goalie, Dostal, or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
I think they have like 8 million young guys who want to become the Montreal right now. Fresh, fast, dangerous, having fun, but they can't. But I do think they do well enough with just the skill and experience they have to make them dangerous, and they can hang in games. They're going to try because Chris Kreider wants to try. Like, he's going to play hard. Gruber's going to play hard. Udas is going to play hard. I think Killorn's going to play hard. So all these vets that aren't good are going to play hard. And I feel like that's just going to bring all these young guys with them, that they're just going to play hard. And they're not going to be the punching bag they have been recently. They're not going to be good. They're going to lose a lot. But I think they're going to be a much harder win than they have been previously. So that's why I'm putting them over Kings and everybody else. But still not a great team, though.
Yeah. Not to cut the line, I happen to have them 4th as well. I could actually see them grabbing that second wild card if things go a little bit wrong for a team like Minnesota.
Oh.
I kind of think Anaheim's got some step. I like their vets. Kreider clearly had more in the tank from last year and is obviously still good, at least on the power play. They also got Gronlund, which ain't bad. And low key, their defense like really works. I know Trouba and Gudis are kind of traffic cones, but pairing them with Zellweger and Minchikov to add that youth and that speed, and Lacombe, guys.
Jackson Lacombe.
I want to get in here.
Mode.
This guy's a number 1 defenseman, and yeah, that's all I have to say.
Are you taking him over Harley?
Probably not today, but it's definitely a thought. I think he's got a lot of Harley likeness in terms of his career trajectory. So yeah, I didn't want to cut the line there, but I'm also in on the Ducks. And while I'm here, I'll just say Beckett Seneca. I mean, I saw him making the team, but I didn't see this. This kid, he's like still a twig. He's so sick. He plays like 20-45 hockey, and he's net front, ripping it, cool deflections, carving up the ice on a line with Cutter Gauthier, who is shooting the lights out right now. And Mason McTavish.
Robbery, by the way, getting rid of Drysdale for Gauthier, that's crazy. Philadelphia L, like crazy.
They made it up to them with a bad Zegras trade, though. And they do have what's his face as the new coach.
Well, they dumped last year's guy.
Yeah, thank God they have. Is it Quenneville?
Yeah,
they have now.
They do have Joel Quenneville.
Joel Quenneville is their coach, so he's got him hustling.
You're lying.
Yeah, yeah. No, he's the coach there. And just before
they're gonna play hard. They're gonna play hard. To my point, with Big Joel behind the bench.
And their guys are going to regress to the mean of their potential. Like Minchikov had a great rookie year. He had a really bad year last year. I think they're going to step up. All the chart people are posting Minchikov stuff on Twitter. Like, I'm a big Minchikov guy. They got a lot of weird players. Guys who play an advanced, cerebral type of game. All led by number one center, Leo Carlson, who is having a big year and is going to be so cool. Watching this guy play is like watching art be drawn. Back to you, Jer.
I also have the Ducks fourth. I'll just jump on the Glaze train, I guess, because I'm like extremely high on the Ducks. I obviously don't have them make the playoffs this year, but the Ducks I think their young kids are so good, like to the point that like Mason McTavish is like low key kind of like the bottom end of their prospect players or just their young players in general, and he's still good. Zellweger I thought is crazy. I think John makes a great point. Like they signed, and they had a couple already, and they traded for some. Then they signed Granlund in the offseason. They got these like old, rugged veterans that are going to continue to play, and Kreider, I just think is that. And I think that's actually very important because the Ducks are, for all intents and purposes, are kind of like they're done tanking, right? Now it's time to develop some guys. I think it is important to have while the young guys who are the future of your team develop, you also have you still have some veterans who are on like expiring contracts or they got like 1 or 2 years left. So they're getting the bag, but at the same time, they're also still good enough to bring the team up and like the young guys can still be around like a winning team. They may not make the playoffs, which now after John's Kings take, I low key that would be awesome if they did. I actually hope the Ducks make the playoffs and the Kings miss. But I think the Ducks low key going back to like last year, it was like kind of low on the Ducks. They still had awesome players, but it's like coach is bad. They lose a bunch. Look at all these bad trades they're making with the Rangers. And the Flyers, except for the Drysdale trade. But nah, they like picking up all those guys, low key W, getting Joel Quenneville in the behind the bench. I think they're gonna win. They're gonna win and lose a lot of games this year. They'll be like a middling team, but I think that's fine for a team that is on the ride. So I'm high on the Ducks in the future. I think they have a very bright future. I have them fourth in the Pacific.
Yeah, and Roger McQueen in the system. Keep your first round pick. Hold on to it. Keep picking, even if it's in the middle of the round. Yeah. It's scary. They're not out of prospects. The top guys are all on the team, but they're not out of their depth guys. Wow. I love this team. I love the Ducks. I do. All right.
Want to move on to 3?
Let's move on to 3. John?
3, I have Vancouver. Third, making the playoffs, by the way.
Lay off the za. Lay off the za.
Listen. What's the case?
From where do
Hockey
you
takes.
argue?
You heard it here first.
Bad hockey
Listen,
takes, baby.
nah. This is a good hockey take. Listen, the vibes last year were so rancid with the JT Miller beef, all that. Everyone was mad. Like it was just like the locker room had like two different clubs in it. And no, everyone was beefing. Like this is just like a reset, right? You reset it. It's a new year. It's a new vibe, new leadership group ish. Miller
Who?
out, and Hughes is going to be healthy the whole year, and he is of the McDavid ilk of being depressed all the time. He's on the Zuko path, right? He's on the Lisan Al Gaib path. He's on
Facts.
the Anakin Skywalker path, right? This is his trial and tribulation. And I think the locked in, healthy Hughes just about to leave the Canucks before he signs with Jersey is going to go crazy this year. I think he's going to go nutty. I think he's going to let everyone know why he's the best. I think he's going to try and crap on Makar, show him what's up, and I think he drags Pedersen with him. I think EP40 has a resurgence just based on Hughes trailblazing at this point, and Demko being fully healthy too will help them out. They could get an extra 10 wins out of that. Kessler's irrelevant. Kane's irrelevant. I think Heedle, if he could play 60 games, that adds at least a few wins to the Canucks as well. He's an actual I can do something with the puck here, and you give him some line mates. I don't hate him. I don't hate him
What
at all.
line mates?
Lekermaki, is that how you say his name?
Yeah, look, Maki's a young kid.
They should play him together. They'd rock.
And who? Kane?
I think Kane is like a little underrated, low key. I think Kane actually has a lot more left in the tank than we think.
Heedle ain't McDavid, man.
He'd probably be playing with Nils Hoglander, but he's hurt right now.
Oh, okay. I got time for Hoglander. My whole thing, here's my good hockey take. Elias Pettersson is the second best Elias Pettersson on his team this year.
Okay, all right.
What is he?
Wait a minute. Which Elias Pettersson do you mean?
Well, there's a Marcus Pettersson as well, which totally they did specifically.
That was a
was
terrible trade, by the way. Flipping that first to the Penguins, that was crazy.
Well, Marcus Pettersson is really good.
He's all right.
I think he's good. I think Elias Pettersson takes a step and is the best Elias Pettersson and maybe the best Pettersson on the team.
Oh, really insightful.
I think it is. I know Elias Pettersson.
I don't know about that.
I know EP40 is still got elite talent, but I mean, you got to think he's playing so many minutes a night. He's getting power play time. He's gonna let in a few by accident. I mean, this is Huberdeau type ish. I'm done with this, John. I don't believe you.
Vancouver, number 3 in the playoffs.
I don't buy it. I would have rather you had the Ducks in there and then leave the Kings out, honestly. There's no way this team's getting more wins than the Kings.
Back-to-back cool.
Absolutely they are.
Hot takes from John.
Absolutely they are.
Yeah, John, you're flaming gun here. I mean, I can't keep up with this. Jared.
My top 3 are boring compared to that.
Give me some.
Kings third. I have the Kings. I've got nothing for you. Kings are third. Yeah, I mean, I'd be surprised if they missed the playoffs, but at the same time, I don't know. This is a contradiction. I'd be surprised if they missed the playoffs, but I wouldn't be shocked, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
John brings up really good points about why they should miss. And if they did, I wouldn't be surprised if it were for those reasons. I just don't think they're similar to teams that we have in the playoffs still, at least me and John, like the Jets. I don't think they're bad enough to miss. And especially because the Pacific is so lackluster until you get to 4. I really don't see the Kings losing to the Ducks in a race for third place. But yeah, I can't defend and I won't defend. In fact, I'll attack the Kings' moves this offseason for their defense.
Yeah.
They traded Jordan Spence to the Senators and then signed Brian Dumoulin and Cody Ceci.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
After losing
What are you
Gavrikov,
doing? After losing Gavrikov to the Rangers, like
That's like a double L or a triple
that's
L.
that's almost a quadruple L.
right?
Because
And it's
now
like,
Brant Clark is losing time to these absolute stone pillars.
Mhm.
It's like I don't know. I don't
They already have one in Edmonton too, who's a multi-year contract.
exactly. The Kings. I think if the Kings get in, I do think they'll get in. It'll be because their forward group is still really strong. I'm still high on Quentin Byfield. I think he was the second best player drafted that year, behind Stutzla. Like
Oh,
I think Byfield's really good. He's like actually crazy when he scores. Sometimes when he scores goals, it's like I don't want to see anybody else ever score another goal except for him.
yeah,
Like it's like mesmerizing when he
love
scores.
making.
He's so big and he's fast, but it's like I don't know how to describe it, but I think Quentin Byfield is so good.
His
Um,
passes too.
his passing is insane. I think after him, like Kempe is insane. Low key, these are the type of players that kind of get clowned on. You kind of get clowned on for having on your team, but I genuinely don't think that like Joel Armia is that bad. I don't think Philip Deneau is that bad, to be honest.
Fogel's fine for a third liner to give you some
Warren
buzz.
Fogel's okay. Like I think they have decent players. They got Kevin Fiala as well. Kuzmenko is still good. Like they still have a strong forward group. And if Kemper can be, I mean, serviceable, I think they should make the playoffs. But yeah, the defense is like come playoff time, that defense is going to be torn apart, I think, by the team who I have in second place.
Yeah, I have the Kings at second as well.
Or third.
Third. I mean,
Yeah.
even like Turcotte, he didn't work out, but he's got some upside for a fourth line center. I listen. I give bad hockey takes, but I give honest hockey takes, and I can't. I couldn't lie and leave the Kings out.
Yeah.
Not because they're that good. I just think this division is really weak, and I think if anyone would do it, it'd be the Ducks. Certainly not Vancouver. I don't know what's in the air in North Carolina. That's absolutely crazy. That's just ludicrous. Kempe contract.
Bro just doxed me.
I guess. I don't know. I just think consistent. I think Kopitar is going to really regress in his last year. But I don't know. Boring. Whatever. I don't care about the Kings. Let's move on to number 2. John?
Oh, I have Vegas number 2. Marner addition's crazy. The classic Vegas method of taking everyone else's players they've developed and then just jacking them for their own use. Sick top 6. You have Eichel, Marner, Hurdle, Stone,
Carlson.
Dorofeyev, Carlson. Then Riley Smith's kind of nice, low key again. They got some players. I think Pietrangelo, I don't really know what's going on there. I think he's kind of done playing hockey at this point. The Theodore's the guy now, so there's a question mark there. Aiden Hill's good. I don't know why Team Canada loves him over Logan Thompson so much, though. So there's beef there that no one really wants to talk about. But I think Vegas is a contender again. The Marner edition actually makes them a threat to Vegas to Edmonton this time. So yeah, number 2. They're not Edmonton though. Who's my number 1?
Jer, who you take?
I have Edmonton number 2. I think I have what would this be? The 5th year in a row Edmonton would play Los Angeles in the first round. And I don't, unlike last year, I know this isn't a playoff video, but like unlike last year where the Kings kind of like had complete control over that series and then lost it because their coach doesn't know what he's doing. I think Edmonton just wipes them this year. If this ends up being the result, Edmonton just maybe not a sweep, but like I think Edmonton just takes over.
Gentleman sweep.
Gentleman sweep, 5 games. Like I think this is the year for Edmonton. To be honest, I do think they're going to win the cup this year. They're just McDavid is just not going to say he's just not going to take no for an answer this year.
12 and a half
any way, shape,
mil
or form.
after that contract.
12.5 million. He's not gonna take no for an answer. So I think
Ekholm took 4 too. Ekholm took 4. He took a discount as well.
Ekholm taking a discount. I mean, they gave the extra money to Wallman, but it's not like he didn't earn it. And like, dude, we're talking about the best contract in sports for value.
Yeah,
probably the best contract in the history of hockey.
It probably at least in like value per year because it's only 2 years, but
only 2 years, but for 12.5 mil when Kaprizov, greedy Kaprizov, taking 17, and greedy Jack Eichel taking 13.5 over his buddy Mitch Marner, who was a better player, by the way. I mean,
I bet you his dad's mad about that though. How
his dad is
pissed. The highest player on Vegas just after they signed him.
His dad's almost as mad as Lane Hutson's dad is.
Yeah.
and it's unbelievable. Listen, 2 great teams. I happen to have the Oilers in second as well, just because the Oilers, they're always chaotic, they're always messy, and they're just not going to put together a clean regular season. They got their offense, honestly, is pretty thin. Their depth has waned over the years. I actually really like their D. I'm not going to touch on goaltending.
Is it Edmonton?
Edmonton. I have them second. Yeah. McDavid, bro. He's just other. Built
from a different planet.
Guy signed for probably $7-8 million less than he's worth, and then brought up his dog as to why he did it, and is about to score 140 without even caring, and then have a Conn Smythe performance just because he can. I agree. I think the Oilers do it during either this year or his next contract. I just think this is legendary. I think the way this brings the vibes up, and Ekholm following suit. And I know Jake Wallman took like a handsome amount, but like the playoffs, dude, last year, Wallman was just like winding up for these one-timers where like he was like not even open, and just like the balls on that man. And I really like Edmonton. Obviously, they're really good. They're gonna win games. I think Vegas is a little more poised to have a really clean regular season. I know I picked Dallas to win the West. I think Vegas has got a really good chance at a President's Trophy here. But yeah, that's Edmonton, John. Because Edmonton is your 1, I'll let you take that, and then Jared and I will talk Vegas.
Yeah, I think McDavid signing that $1 discount, is locked in. Any games that he may have been playing are no longer being played. Every chip he has is on the table. He's got the double aces out there looking for that third ace on the flop. So I think they not only win the Pacific, they win the West as well, and they win the President's Trophy. I think it's wraps
juice
for the regular season. Yeah,
Juiced.
So we go crazy, and then they do all that to not win the cup, and Dallas, I think, will be the winners. But we'll save that for another video.
That's terrible. Wow. Hockey take in terms of
Zuko, bro. It's the Zuko path.
But Zuko wins in the end.
Well, he's got 2 years on that deal.
Dude,
David's the type of guy to win like on the very last possible year he could win with Edmonton before he bounces. If he bounced.
Imagine like he wins like when he's not even good anymore. He's just like
I was gonna say, I was like, please, I need McDavid to win a cup because of him.
Yeah.
I can't have him like being Corey Perry, just fishing for one.
No,
Corey Perry loses anyway. He's lost like 6 finals in a row.
Yeah, something like that, 5 or something.
Yeah,
He's on the Kings this year, so not even getting back to the finals.
no, or the playoffs, according to John. It's pretty rough.
That's
Listen,
a crazy signing, by the way. Bringing on Corey Perry is nutty.
yeah. Again, what decision making? What logic is leading you to make
That's
these type of
crazy.
choices?
He's a friend of management. He's a friend of us. Well,
Well, watch this
out.
though. Watch Florida pick Perry up on the deadline type vibe.
It's a
Because LA
Florida.
will be selling.
Exactly.
Maybe I could maybe see things go south for them. They might look to trade Kempe, but I think they're going to think they can make a run here because Kempe's contract is up. Yeah, John, I respect your take. I think the team's going to be juiced. Their leader came back. He's taken the same amount, but he's really taken a discount. And he said, "I want it here." He took 2 years, which is generous. He could have taken 1. Took 2 years. He said, "I want it here." He's making less than Draisaitl. He says, "I don't care. I don't need to be the highest paid player in the league. I don't need to be the highest paid player on my team. I'm going to let Leon get the bag, and I'm going to stay here in Edmonton, and I'm going to score 1,000 points." Honestly, they got some youth again. Isaac Howard. I mean, is he that guy? Probably not, but he's somebody. Matt Savoy. Savoy is a kid.
Boy.
I'm high on Savoy. I've been high on Savoy since day one. People have wavered. People have doubted. People have questioned. I never shook my faith in Matt Savoy. I think this guy's going to have a fire year. I think he's going to step
Don't forget
into
the
top
Buffalo
6 role.
method.
People have traded Matthew Savoy for Ryan McLeod.
Yeah.
Former Sabre.
Forget the method.
That's not nothing.
This is what Edmonton lacked in the past 2 cup runs. They had no ex-Sabres. They couldn't win. This is how you win in the 2020s. You need an ex-Sabre. They have him now. They have him. He's the key to victory. I got a lot of time for Podkolzin. Fast, 2-way, good with Draisaitl. Maybe he gets a goal, net front type of guy. Hlinka Gretzky, all-star.
Andrew Lasagna, Andrew Mangiapane on playing with McDavid and Draisaitl on the top line.
Fine. He's
while Hyman
5 months. And when Hyman comes back, I mean, all bets are off at that point. They arguably lost the cup due to a Hyman injury. I mean, we could say that.
True.
True. It's
not
crazy.
It's not ridiculous to say that.
But Jer, let's get into Vegas here. Our number 1 pick.
Yeah.
And let's talk a little bit. I'll just throw in before you go, Barbashev, a name that didn't come off of John's what felt like 5-minute list of top 6 forwards. So
yeah,
there we go. Jer, Vegas.
Another name that I didn't hear as well is Pavel Dorofeyev.
I shouted him out.
Oh, you did? Okay, my bad.
He's a beast.
Scorofeyev.
He's an animal, and this team is just absolutely loaded to the gills. They are like $10 million over the cap, and it shows. They have an insane forward group, absolutely insane. They're just Vegas really does, like in Vegas, the house really does always win. Like they're doing whatever they want. The league's letting them do it up until this past offseason. So
you were exempt from the expansion draft. Let's not forget that.
Psycho.
Exempt. Oh,
that's crazy.
Psychotic.
Yeah, just I mean, what else can you say? Like Eichel, Stone, Barbashev, top line. I mean, what are we doing? What actually are we doing?
Dorofeyev.
Vegas easily has a top 6 that competes with Colorado and Tampa. Like, I can't believe I didn't left that out.
They're low-key better than Tampa. That's my hot take, top 6 wise.
I don't think they have a McKinnon or Kucherov level guy, but I think that Eichel and Marner.
They have 2 Eichel and Marner level guys,
which are better than they're both the second best, as in like Kucherov and McKinnon, and then there's an Eichel Marner tier, and then there's like the Getzel people.
Yes.
Which I guess would say I would say that McKinnon and Kucherov are 3-star elite players. 3 out of 3 stars, and Eichel and Marner are 2.
I wouldn't even necessarily leave Eichel out of a 3-star elite, to be honest.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
I leave out Marner. I know the dry hair in the playoffs, but like Marner, I mean, as far as playmaking wingers in the league, name a better one. I might throw Panarin's name in the ring, but Marner's better 2-way.
Panarin's good. Yeah, I just
Marner. I think this is
players.
crazy.
Marner, Eichel. Chris, we talked about this when we talked about the Four Nations at the time. Matthews and Eichel's defensive play just doesn't get talked about. Doesn't get talked about. They're crazy defensively. It's insane.
Yeah.
The Marner Eichel defense combo is going to be absolute lockdown on the ice.
And Stone.
And if
we're talking about the best defensive 2-way winger. Both of them. And this is not to mention their supporting cast on forward. I gave the Devils crap for having a weak supporting cast to their stars. You guys gave the Red Wings crap for that very same reason. We criticized in some areas Colorado for that. We criticized a lot of teams for a weak supporting cast. Vegas, their supporting cast, I mean, Dorofeyev, Barbashev, Hurdle, these are top guys. This team is nasty. Brett Howden is their 4th-line center. He had 20 goals last year. And their defense is okay. So
William Karlsson, 3rd-line center.
That's crazy.
Not fair.
70-point Karlsson.
And I just think like Brendan Saad, whatever, Smith, 40 points.
Yeah. We take it or leave it.
Just gross. And they're going to make moves at the deadline somehow.
Oh,
yeah. Kempe to Vegas. Book it.
Oh.
Because the Kings will be selling.
All right, John. 8-1.
By 8-1. Okay. I got a seafaring team, Seattle at the bottom. I love the bikini barrel. San Jose, 7. Calgary, 6. Los Angeles Kings, number 5. Anaheim, number 4. Vancouver, 3 in the playoffs. Vegas, number 2 in the playoffs. Edmonton, on beast mode on them.
The jump
Rampage.
From Vancouver to Vegas is just so crazy.
I think that says a lot more about the Pacific than it does about me.
Okay.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
I want to know that Edmonton will win the division, the West, and the President's Trophy.
I don't think they will win none of those things, but they will win the cup. My 8 is Seattle, 6 San Jose, 7 Vancouver. Just reading out my notes. This team sucks. Garland is 2nd in points. So those are my predictions for Vancouver. 5th Calgary, 4th Anaheim, darling team. Kings, number 3. Regret that one after John's take. EDM, number 2. Cup winners, Vegas, number 1. 2nd round out against Dallas. Jer.
I have the Shark. I'll give you a little something extra. I'll give who I think is going to lead each team in points this year.
Okay.
Sharks, I have in last. Celebrini. I mean, come on. Mm-hmm. Flames and 7th. I'm gonna go with Ryan Coronado for leading the team in points this year. I think he takes another step. He was great last year. The Kraken. I don't know. Probably Jared McCann.
Shane Wright,
for their sakes, for their sakes, it's like Beniers or Wright, but I see it being Jared McCann again. The Canucks, Hughes, they don't go anywhere. I have the Canucks in 5th. For the Ducks, Leo Carlsson, 80 points. Leo Carlsson puts up 80 or something around it. Sick player. Kings in 3rd. Probably Adrian Kempe leading the team in points in that department. The Oilers second. McDavid wins the Art Ross. And then finally the Golden Knights winning the division. I do have them not winning I have the Oilers winning the cup. I see them winning the division, not the West, not the Presidents. Yeah, probably second round exits to however it works out. But yeah, the Oilers or the Stars or something. And the Golden Knights, I think Marner will have the most points on the Golden Knights. He just has slightly more offensive upside, although it's tough to say. It's really just who's gonna be the third, who's gonna be the first of the three guys to pass the puck on the power play, because that guy's not getting an assist. So whoever that
Right.
is most of the time, if it's Marner or Eichel most of the time, that's who's getting less points. That's really all it comes down to.
Right. Who's 2 players away from Dorofeyev's one-timer on the
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow, guys. 4 preseason predictions a week into the season. We're looking forward to covering the 25-26 season, our inaugural season of Bad Hockey Takes. These have been our predictions. I'm sure we'll be wildly wrong and mildly right. But yeah, good. Terrible takes,
Bad hockey
guys.
takes.
Bad takes.
Great. Really, really bad takes, guys. Proud of you.